Man, what is good, YouTube? I decided to match up Bruce Lee against every champion in the UFC to see how he does. I also threw a prime Anderson Silva in there just for fun. Let's get straight to it. Alright, for the first matchup of the day, we got Bruce Lee taking on the flyweight champion Alexandre Pantoja. Pantoja didn't want to waste no time on the feet. He shot a double leg, got Bruce Lee to the ground. Bruce Lee was able to reverse the position, and then he ended up slamming Pantoja on the ground to get out of his submission. Pantoja ended up taking Bruce Lee's back. He was able to keep him there for about 2 minutes till Bruce Lee reversed the position at the end of the round. Starting off round 2, Pantoja came out with a nice Superman punch that rocked Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee tried to go up to the head, down to the body, but he missed both. Pantoja shot a double leg, that got stuffed. But Pantoja went up with a high kick that rocked Bruce Lee in a nice straight right. He has him wobbling backwards. Bruce Lee's trying to move out the way. He got hit by 2 hooks. He tried to come in with an elbow. Pantoja came in with an overhand that rocked him. Pantoja was on the front foot walking forward. Tried to go for a leg kick that got checked. Bruce Lee tried to get off at the end of the round. Pantoja shot a double leg. He got stuffed, but that ended off round 2. Once we got to round 3, Bruce Lee ended up moving backwards out of Pantoja's shots, counter with a straight left that rocked him. He ended up checking Pantoja's kick. His leg health wasn't looking too great, so Pantoja ended up shooting a double leg. He got Bruce Lee to the ground. He kept him there for about 2 minutes. Bruce Lee was finally able to get back up to the feet. They were working in the clinch a little bit. They ended up separating, and then we went to a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest, 29-28, Lee. Judge 2 scores it, 29-28, Pantoja. And Judge 3 scores it, 29-28, for the winner by split decision, Alejandro the Cannibal Pantoja.
After the first fight, that makes Bruce Lee 0-1 against UFC champions. In this next fight, he's taking on the bantamweight champion, Sean O'Malley. First half of the round, not much was happening, and Sean O'Malley just came forward throwing shots. He ended up knocking down Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee came forward with his own shot, but then he got hit by a spinning sidekick that rocked him. Bruce Lee was hurt bad, but he was able to survive for the rest of round 1. Once we got to round 2, this fight was over. After going down 0-2 against UFC champions, now he's taking on the featherweight champion, Ilia Topuria. Ilia starts out this fight with an overhand and an uppercut that sits down Bruce Lee. Ilia tried to look for a Kimura on the ground, but Bruce Lee was able to slide out of it, and he got this fight back up to the feet. Once they stood up, Bruce Lee started pressuring Ilia, so Ilia shot a double leg, and he got Lee to the ground. He ended up posturing up. He started to land huge shots on Bruce Lee, almost getting Bruce Lee out of there, but Bruce Lee was able to survive to the end of round 1. Once we got to round 2, Bruce Lee came forward throwing shots, but Ilia was able to counter him, hurt him. Bruce Lee went backwards, got hit by a huge body shot. Ilia decided to clinch up with Bruce Lee, and he ended up hitting an outside trip and got Bruce Lee to the ground. He tried to lock in an arm triangle, but Bruce Lee was able to reverse position and got back up to the feet. Then they got back up to the feet. Bruce Lee came in with a jump and switch kick that was able to sit down Ilia for a second. Ilia got back up to the feet, landed another good body shot on Bruce Lee. He had Bruce Lee moving backwards hurt. He continued up with the body shots. Towards the end of round 2, Bruce Lee came in with a side kick. Then he came forward with an uppercut. Ilia was able to slide out of it and rock Bruce Lee to end off round 2. Round 3, Bruce Lee tried to throw a head kick with nothing behind it, so Ilia ended up countering him, rocking Bruce Lee, shot a takedown that got stuffed. He ended up landing a nice high kick on Bruce Lee that had him wobbling backwards. He was coming forward. Stan was getting low. It didn't matter. Ilia came forward reckless, so Bruce Lee landed a check hook that hurt Ilia. Ilia was coming forward, and he ended up sitting down Bruce Lee with a straight right and a check hook. He ended up falling him to the ground. He was able to keep him there for the rest of the round, and this fight went to a decision. Alright, after starting off 0-3 against UFC champions, we got Bruce Lee taking on the BMF champion, Max Holloway. Max Holloway started out this fight swinging. He landed a nice lead high kick against Bruce Lee that had him rocked off the bat. Once we got to round 2, Holloway went ahead and rocked Bruce Lee again. About a minute later, hit him with a front kick that rocked him. Max Holloway was starting to find a rhythm against Bruce Lee. He just kept on rocking Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee wasn't really landing anything too good on Holloway, so Holloway just started to take over. For some reason, shot a double leg. Bruce Lee stuffed it, and then he rocked him for the first time with a high kick. Bruce Lee was starting to change the momentum of this fight. Max Holloway tried to counter him, but he got hit by a hook. He was wobbling backwards. We got to round 3. Bruce Lee goes right into a right hook that has him rocked. We got 4 minutes left in the third round. Bruce Lee came in throwing shots out of range, got sat down by a front kick. Holloway followed him to the ground, ended up getting reversed, but he took the position right back. Max Holloway kept him there basically the whole round until he let him up with 5 seconds left, but there was nothing to get done, so this went to a decision.
Gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, Max Blessed Holloway.
It's 4 fights in. Bruce Lee still hasn't had a win, and this one's not going to look too good. He's taking on the pound-for-pound #1 fighter, Islam Makhachev, the lightweight champion. Makhachev started shooting shots off the bat. He just kept getting stuff, but eventually he got the takedown. He postured up, started landing big shots on Bruce Lee, had him hurt on the ground. Islam was doing a good job by keeping Bruce Lee on the ground. He ended up locking an arm triangle, almost got Bruce Lee out of there, but he made it to the second round. Islam shot a takedown and ended up getting stuffed. Bruce Lee landed a nice jab to the body. He clinched up with Islam. Halfway through the round, Islam shot a single leg. He turned it over. He ended up getting Bruce Lee to the ground, tried to look for a Kimura. Bruce Lee ended up taking the position. He got back up to the feet. He came forward. Islam landed a nice check hook. Bruce Lee came in with a high kick. Islam shot a takedown. Bruce Lee was able to stuff it, but Islam ended up getting him on the cage and got him down. Once we got to round 3, they traded a little bit of shots, but Islam shot a double leg, got Bruce Lee down with ease once again. He ended up landing a nice elbow. He got up and he started landing a couple more good shots on Bruce Lee. Kept him there for the rest of round 3. Almost got him out there at the end, but that brought us to a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 29-28, 30-26, and 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Makhachev.
Still not looking good, but now we got Bruce Lee taking on the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards. Leon started out this fight rocking Bruce Lee in the first 10 seconds. Bruce Lee started to move out the way. He came in with a leg kick. Leon countered him hard. It's still 30 seconds in this fight. Leon rocked him twice. Leon decided to shoot a takedown. Bruce Lee was able to stuff it. He landed a nice high kick, but Leon came back and he rocked him once again. Leon was not respecting Bruce Lee. He came out swinging. He usually stays back and he counter punches. But anyways, in the second round, Bruce Lee ended up landing a nice high kick that hurt Leon. But Leon landed a front kick that hurt Bruce Lee. He came in with a duck and roundhouse. He hit Bruce Lee again, had him hurt. Bruce Lee was getting rocked back to back to back. He came forward with a jumping kick. Leon sat him down with a front kick, followed him to the ground. He ended up clinching up with him where he landed a nice elbow that sat him down. Leon decided to follow him to the ground. He ended up getting the top mount. He tried to land a couple good shots, kept him there for the rest of round 2. Bruce Lee started round 3 with a leg kick. He got countered and sat down once again. He came in to counter the body. Leon sat him down with a straight right, followed him to the ground. It wasn't looking too good for Bruce Lee. He's taking a beating. Leon continued the pressure up on the ground. He had his back. He started landing huge shots on Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee went to top mount. He gave up his back once again. Leon tried to lock in an arm triangle and he actually got it in. But Bruce Lee did survive it. Leon was still on top, got the top mount again. He started raining down shots on Bruce Lee and got him out of there. Still not being able to beat a UFC champion, we got Bruce Lee taking on Dricus du Plessis, and this fight didn't start out good either. Dricus rocked him in the first 30 seconds. Once Bruce Lee got closer to the cage, Dricus decided to shoot a double leg, but it got stuffed. Bruce Lee came out hot with a jumping switch kick, and he rocked Dricus, landing another kick right after. I don't know how Dricus was still standing. Bruce Lee came in swinging. Dricus hit him with a check hook and rocked Bruce Lee, had him on the back foot. Shot another takedown. They got stuffed once again. Dricus tried to work the body, got caught by an uppercut, but he threw his own uppercut at Bruce Lee, rocked him. He had Bruce Lee moving, threw another uppercut, sat him down, and then he decided to let him back up to the feet, and that ended off the round. Round 2, Bruce Lee went to the body. Dricus threw an overhand. He sat down Bruce Lee. He decided to follow him up to the ground. Bruce Lee got back to the... I just said follow him up to the ground. But Bruce Lee, he throws a hook kick. He has Dricus shooting a double leg. He was able to stuff it, but Dricus, he ended up doing a sit out when he reversed the position. Once this fight hit the ground, they just kept reversing the position, but eventually DDP ended up getting the top mount. He postured up, started raining down shots, and Herb Dean had to step in. I just decided to make this fight for fun. I got a Prime Anderson Silva taking on Bruce Lee. Silva wasn't really throwing a whole lot. He was just picking the shots just like he did in real life. He got him with that leg kick, came in with a jumping switch kick, hurt Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee came in with a leg kick at round 1, ended up getting that checked. Round 2, Silva throws a switch knee, and then he comes in with a couple more hooks, sits down Bruce Lee, tries to get some ground and pound off. Bruce Lee ends up reversing the position. Anderson Silva ended up taking Bruce Lee's back. He decided to let him back up to the feet. Once they got back up to the feet, Anderson lands a Superman punch. He rocks Bruce Lee. Anderson decided to clinch out with Bruce Lee. He lands a big knee on him. That had Bruce Lee hurt. Bruce Lee comes in with a jumping high kick. He ends up missing that. Comes in with a leg kick. Anderson was not letting him do anything. Bruce Lee came forward. Anderson countered him, sat him down, decided to let him back up to the feet. Anderson was just bullying Bruce Lee at this point. He ends up dropping him again. He did try to get some ground and pound shots to get him out of there, but Bruce Lee was able to survive. He pushes him off, gets back up to the feet, comes in with a knee, gets sat down by uppercut badly. Anderson Silva finally finishes this fight. Bruce Lee still looking for his first win. These last two fights ain't looking any easier. Now he's taking on Alex Pereira. Pereira comes in with a nice lead front kick, hurts Bruce Lee. He ends up stopping for a second, goes up with a high kick, sits him down. Bruce Lee came in reckless. Pereira lands a right hook on Bruce Lee that hurts him. Bruce Lee's moving backwards, comes in with a leg kick. Pereira puts him to sleep. I misspoke earlier. I said last two matchups. Now we're on the last two matchups. We got the interim champion, Tom Aspinall, starting off this fight with a takedown and another takedown, both getting stuffed. Bruce Lee goes to swing on him. Aspinall comes in with a straight right that hurts Lee. Lee comes in with a jumping switch kick, but Aspinall counters him and hurts him. Aspinall was just swinging. He didn't care what was coming back. He was just swinging like Justin Gaethje out there, and it was working out because he was hurting Bruce Lee back to back. He ended up shooting another takedown. Bruce Lee stuffs it. Aspinall came in with a front kick into a spinning elbow, sits down Bruce Lee, falls him to the ground, kept him there for the rest of round one. Then we got the round two, first 30 seconds. Aspinall sits down Bruce Lee once again. He starts going body to the head. Bruce Lee ends up reversing the position. Aspinall tried to look for a guillotine. Bruce Lee was able to hop out of it. Aspinall ended up taking his back. He ended up locking in an arm triangle, almost getting Bruce Lee out of there. Aspinall was just having his way with this fight. He tried to go for a triangle. Bruce Lee was able to get out of it. Aspinall took the position right back, kept him there for the rest of round two. Round three, another bad start for Bruce Lee. Aspinall sits down Bruce Lee, falls him to the ground. He starts letting some shots go. Bruce Lee was able to survive. He ends up pushing him right back off. They got back up to the feet, but that didn't help at all because Aspinall sat him down with a lead uppercut, followed him to the ground, and put him to sleep, and he ends off this fight in round three. Alright, for the final matchup, we got the heavyweight champion Jon Jones taking on Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee started out this fight with a couple good shots. Jon Jones just started spamming the clinch. He ended up getting Bruce Lee to the ground. Jon was looking to set up a Kimura. Bruce Lee was able to slide out of it. Jon Jones ended up keeping the position though. He ended up working to side control. He got the side saddle. He tried to lock in an arm triangle on Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was looking to get out, but Jon Jones ended up getting him out there in round one with a one-shot submission. Alright, that wraps up this video. Bruce Lee went 0-10 against active UFC champions, and he also lost that matchup against Anderson Silva. So that doesn't look too good. I'm going to be honest, Islam, I made it into like a fight card. Islam was supposed to be on it, but I forgot Islam for some reason. That's the whole reason Anderson's in this. But we still got the Islam matchup anyways. Performance of the night, submission went to Jon Jones. Performance of the night, KO went to Pereira. Fight of the night was Leon Edwards and Bruce Lee. That usually doesn't happen. I'm not hating on Leon Edwards, but him getting in a fight in a night is kind of crazy. That's not like a likely outcome, but I like Leon. I'm just saying, but I'm out.